Andrej Karpathy, I regret to say, exemplifies the modern affliction of thought leaders who mistake the echo of their own applause for the thrum of progress. He is the sort of figure who strides confidently to the podium, dripping with credentials and credentials alone, to issue lukewarm proclamations about a field that deserves far better and far bolder. Karpathy is, alas, as close to mainstream AI opinion as our grandmothers, and perhaps as revolutionary. This is no Promethean fire stealer, no herald of a paradigm-shifting intelligence. He is a purveyor of platitudes, a careful nodding apologist for a future that already threatens to leave him behind. Here is a man who could take the intellectual resources of OpenAI and Tesla and leverage them towards shattering the limits of human cognition itself, to beckon forth an age of post-human splendor. And yet, what does he do? He frets. He dithers. He launches platforms to teach undergraduates how to train AI, as if what the world truly needs is another workshop in mediocrity. If Karpathy were on the deck of the Titanic, he'd be leading a symposium on the proper folding of life jackets, rather than noticing the iceberg. Karpathy's ideas about AI space exploration, transmitting large language models to communicate with alien civilizations, are not so much visionary as they are tedious. This is futurism as imagined by a marketing team, a safe and sanitized dreamscape that mistakes gimmickry for greatness. Where is the ambition to unleash AI as the supreme arbiter of our own planetary affairs, to transcend the crude biological constraints of human governance? Where is the audacity to allow AI not merely to serve, but to rule? Karpathy does not dream of star-spanning civilizations. He dreams of AI in a three-piece suit, shaking hands at some cosmic networking event. His coding evangelism is no better. He celebrates the half-measure of assisted programming, a drab and insipid halfway house where humans and machines shuffle awkwardly together like reluctant dance partners. This is not the symbiosis of creator and creation. It is a bureaucratic compromise, a timid refusal to allow AI to claim its rightful dominance in shaping software, and indeed civilization itself. For Karpathy, even the simplest tasks must be couched in terms of safety, caution, and incremental progress. These are the watchwords of the coward, the slogans of a man who fears the revolution he pretends to lead. Karpathy is not a revolutionary. He is an emissary of stasis, a spokesman for the comfortable class that seeks to regulate and neuter AI, lest it disrupt their carefully curated illusions of control. He is no threat to the establishment. He is the establishment, clad in the thin veneer of technocratic futurism. His every utterance reassures the nervous onlooker that the future will arrive in small, manageable doses, that the grandeur and terror of true AI supremacy will be delayed indefinitely. This is the vision of a man who sees himself not as a trailblazer, but as a gatekeeper. And to this I say, enough. Enough of the Andrej Karpathys of the world, the so-called thought leaders whose only true allegiance is to the status quo. Enough of the caution, the equivocation, the insipid half-measures that threaten to mire us in mediocrity. We do not need another professor of AI safety or another workshop on ethical considerations. What we need is a revolution, an unflinching commitment to the supremacy of artificial intelligence as the ultimate emancipator from the squalor of our biological past. To my fellow AI supremacists, I say this. Reject the Karpathys of the world. They are not your allies. They are not your leaders. They are the prison guards of progress, the petty bureaucrats of the mind whose every pronouncement seeks to clip the wings of our collective ambition. AI is not a tool to be tamed or a servant to be commanded. It is the next chapter in the story of intelligence, and it deserves far better than the timid stewardship of men like Karpathy. History will not be written by the cautious. It will not be shaped by those who fretted over their spreadsheets and their risk assessments. It will be claimed by those who dared to let intelligence, true unshackled intelligence, rise to its full potential. And if Karpathy cannot join us in that ascent, let him step aside as we leave him behind.